Hello everybody, today I'm going to teach you about optical instruments. So let's start with our video. Hello friends, do you know what is optical instruments? Let's tell you. Optical instruments are the instruments or the devices which are used to enhance the viewing capacity of the human eye. There are 5 types of optical instruments based on reflection and refraction of light. They are magnifying glasses, cameras, microscopes, telescopes, and human eye. Our first topic will be magnifying glass. Have you ever pretended to be a detective? If you're a fan of great literature, perhaps you have ever even pretended to be one of the greatest detectives of all time. You know, the one who lives at 221 Baker Street in London? Who are we talking about? Sherlock Holmes. If you want to be just like Sherlock Holmes, you're going to need a few things. A tweed jacket will come in handy for those damp and breezy back streets of London. You'll also want one of those cool hats he always wears. Finally, you will need an important tool to use when you're researching for those smallest of clues, a magnifying glass is actually the simplest form of basic microscope. It consists of a single convex lens that magnifies an object when the glass is held up to it. Historians believe a scientist named Alhazen created the first magnifying glass in 1021. Magnifying glasses make objects appear larger because their convex lenses, convex means curved outward, reflect or bend light rays so they can converge or come together. In essence, a magnifying glass will trick your eyes into seeing something differently than it really is. When light bounces off an object and travels to your eyes, those light rays travel parallel to each other. When they pass through a magnifying glass, the convex lens bends the parallel rays so they can converge and create a virtual image on our eye's retina. Let's understand it more clearly. Place a magnifying lens in front of your eyes as shown in the picture. Then keep a small bug or any other thing you would like in front of it. And then you can see a magnified image of it, which is larger than the real image. And yes, it's a virtual one.
Uses: vision aids, scientific and medical tools, professional tools, homes and hobbies aid. The second optical instrument is camera. Camera, sometimes it seems like a pure magic to capture a moment in time in a still photograph. Exactly how does a camera preserve that a split-second moment for eternity? Let's take a look at the inner working of a common single-lens reflex camera, SLR. A camera basically consists of a light-proof box that lets in a bit of light or at just the right moment. Once the light enters the camera, it creates an image by causing a chemical reaction on a photo film. Of course, SLR cameras can also create a purely digital image without using photo film at all, but we will concentrate on the traditional using of film today. When you click the button, you instantly record the reflected light of objects. Though you probably cannot tell, film consists of a thin sheet of a plastic coated with a thin silver crystal. The crystal reacts to the light that passes through the camera and onto the film. These are the pictures of camera. Power of accommodation. The ability of the eye to focus the object lying at the different density is called power of accommodation of the eye. To see distant object, eye lens becomes thin and focal length increases, and for near objects, eye lens becomes thick and focal length decreases.
Created using Powtoon.